All right, let's get started. We got NBA on this Friday night, the big matchup, right?
Yeah.
The Cavs and the Celtics in the East and all that. Rob G, set us up here about Jayson Tatum, who, of course, is a star in the NBA, won the NBA championship a year ago, finally got some of got the monkey off his back because, they were really good, won a lot of games and all that, but people still just said that they didn't trust him particularly and that they didn't believe in the Celtics. But, Rob G, frame this for us.
Sure. So, of course,
How do you like that? Frame this.
I'll try to frame it. A picture suitable for framing.
There you go. That is my all-time favorite. Do you remember the old days when they used to have those things and they would be like, yes, and you will get your picture suitable for framing? Okay.
I'm sorry. Yeah,
so tonight's game, of course, the heavyweight matchup, Cavs against the Celtics, top teams in the East, two most likely teams to represent the Eastern Conference in the NBA Finals. And it's kind of fitting that LeBron James went viral last night. We'll get to him later in the show for suggesting that nobody wants to be the face of the NBA because of all the ridicule that comes along with it. Well, one guy who has made it abundantly clear, I would love to be the face of the NBA, but nobody kind of wants me to be. That's Jayson Tatum. Spoke to Michael Lee, who's joined us here in about 25 minutes in the Washington Post. And Lee asked him if he feels like he is appreciated in NBA circles. Here's what Tatum said, quote, honestly, no. If you took the name and face away from all my accomplishments and you're just like, hey, this is what player A accomplished at age 26, people would talk about me a lot differently. And to put in context, here's some of the accomplishments that Jayson Tatum has in his NBA career. He's been in the Eastern Conference Finals 5 times. Been in the NBA Finals twice. Been an NBA champion. Last year became just the 6th player in NBA history to win a title and lead his team in points, rebounds, and assists. He's also, once the season is over, will have 4 first-team All-NBA nods. That is just as many as all-time greats like Dirk Nowitzki, Chris Paul, Kevin Garnett, David Robinson, Moses Malone, Steph Curry, and one more than guys like Allen Iverson, Scottie Pippen, Steve Nash, Isaiah Thomas, Bill Russell. Why is Jayson Tatum not in the conversation to be the face of the league?
And it's not because he's light-skinned. Let's take that off the table.
Wait a minute. We were thinking that?
Yes. Let's take that off the table.
I didn't even know we were thinking it because Steph Curry was jousting for, maybe had it for a couple years too.
I don't know, but it ain't that. Because people always say, well, he's light-skinned. Light-skinned guys are played out. But that's just another story. But in this case,
I feel like you taking a shot at whoever stole your girl like 25 years ago.
Nah, I'm good. Ain't nobody steal my girl.
He's saying he's sitting somewhere right now. He's getting shot at right now by you.
Yeah, he's probably listed in prison. That's okay.
What you snitched on him?
Yeah.
Hey, I don't know, but I'm just gonna tell you, it's a dude over there selling drugs.
That light skinned
apartment 5A. The Al B. Shore looking one.
Yeah, that guy with the nice hair. Yeah,
that's him.
He did it. No, the point is real simple. I don't think he has like a personality to go with it, and that's what it comes down to. It's not always just numbers. It's not. I know people want to say that. It's the same thing. Can I say this to you?
Yeah.
Seriously, and I'm dead serious. There are a ton of good-looking people who could be on the news reading the news, right? That look better than you, that look better than the females that we see on the news, but they don't have that moxie. They don't have and that's not saying that you're not good-looking or anything. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying it's more than just a look. It's the whole package. And a personality comes with it. Do you have a little edge to you? You know what I mean? Or can the dialogue you have with writers? Can you explain the game to me? When I remember seriously being in the scrum and listening to Michael Jordan or Charles Barkley, some of these guys, I wasn't surprised that these are the guys who moved the needle.
Yep.
Because when I was talking to them as a reporter, they were interesting to me. I'm not going to say a name, but I'll tell you this for real. I'm not going to say a name. But there was a NFL Hall of Fame, who was a Hall of Famer, first ballot, all that, and that I would try to talk to. Nothing. Zero.
What position?
I'm not going to say that. Okay. Zero.
What team?
I'm not going to say that.
Okay.
Okay, you know I worked in New York, Cincinnati, Detroit. Okay, I've worked there a lot. Okay. But my point is that...
Why you do that to my favorite player?
Stop that. That's not who I'm talking about. Stop it. But my point is, it ain't just about the numbers.
100%, man.
Okay? And that's all I'm going to say.
We've been doing this show now for, 5-6 months or something.
Has it been that long, Rob G?
Yeah, something like that.
Since September something.
Yeah, so about 6 months almost. And I've never agreed with you more. And you know what's funny? Deep down, guess who else agrees with us? Jayson Tatum. Jayson Tatum knows it. Jayson Tatum probably has an agent, probably has a homeboy, a cousin, or his mom who's kind of putting him up to this. Jayson Tatum doesn't even strike me as somebody who overly wants it. Now, let's break a few things down, if I may. Everyone isn't supposed to be a superstar. The first thing you said unintentionally was, Rob G, let's set it up. Jayson Tatum, star in the NBA. You didn't say superstar. It's everybody isn't supposed to be a superstar. He's also, you know what else? He's not original. He's not original in that there's the whole meme of when they won the championship, and he quoted every quotable somebody has had at a successful moment. He quoted Kevin Garnett. He quoted Steph Curry. He quoted Kanye West. And there's a little bit of robot to him. He's kind of robotic. And that's okay because he's a dang good player who's going to go down as one of the best, one of the greats, and he'll have a heck of a career. Everybody doesn't have to be a superstar. What I'm starting to see is a Tim Duncan-like career where you're surrounded by other good guys. And some years you're the best player. Some years, or at least some seasons or times of the season, it might be Jaylen Brown, just like Tim Duncan was surrounded by Tony Parker. Then Ginobili sometimes was the best. Then all three of them were surpassed by Kawhi towards the end. But Duncan had an amazing career. Duncan had all the accolades. And that's where he may be going. But Duncan, as you know, was never necessarily a face of the league or superstar.
He never said anything.
He never said anything. And never really got it. Nothing controversial.
And he wore sandals, so it just didn't work.
He wore the Ross outfits that you didn't find, because you find some good ones. I'll give you that. He wore the other stuff in Ross, and he just didn't have that. He wasn't a magnet. He wasn't magnetizing. Nor is Jayson Tatum, and that's okay.
And what's crazy is when you think about Tim Duncan, he's at missed free throw away by Kawhi Leonard, who if he made that free throw, they would have been up by 4, and Ray Allen wouldn't have been able to beat him. Remember, he missed a free throw right? He's a free throw away from being 6-0 like Michael Jordan. Just think of that, and nobody even remotely equates the two.
Which is
he's
why
one free throw. Think about that. That's incredible.
That's why some people have him ahead of a lot of the greats. They say he's top 5 or 6. They have him ahead of Kobe because they're like, dude, what he did over that span, even winning at the end of his career, was remarkable. So I said all that to say, Jayson Tatum is a very, very good player. And my last and final point, you've never been the best player in the league. There were moments where Steph Curry, you could argue, I think we all knew LeBron was the best player, but some could say it was Steph. There's LeBron, we know. Luka, you could say we know he's been the best a couple years ago. Jokic, Kobe. Not one point in time have you ever said Jayson Tatum was the best player in the league. Because you know what we did? I ran through this with Rob G yesterday. And I named about 8 or 9 players would you take over Tatum. And he said 8 of the 9 or 8 or 9 for 9. Am I lying, Rob G? He named all of them. I said, would you take Luka? Yes. Jokic? Yes. Giannis? Yes. Who else? SGA? Yes. I named like 7 players that you would take over Tatum. And you can't be the face when you're that far down. So his career's been great thus far. Amazing accolades. Probably one of the best 6-7 years start to a career, period, as Rob G laid out. But everybody ain't a superstar, and that's okay.
All right.